Perfect.
Alright, today has been like so long. I'm so tired.
Me too.
I felt really, really bad this morning. Like I woke up and
went to sick bay.
Just basically felt really terrible. I was worried I wouldn't be able to go on the diving expedition. And we did go down to the sick bay, so we've seen the clinic. I thought it was gonna be like really fancy. Like they were gonna have it like all made up for like it really was not like at all. It was probably the most boring part of the ship. But got some Dayquil, and honestly it really hasn't been helping all that much. So I don't know what it is that I have.
I think it's allergens.
It's not cold. It might be allergies, I don't know, but my nose is all stuffed up and my throat kind of hurts. But I think when we got out and we got to the dive place, I started to feel a little bit better, and I was fine until we got back on the ship. So I don't know how much information you gave them, but
quite a bit.
You gave them everything.
I mean, I talked about pretty much everything that happened. I mean, obviously didn't talk anything about the tendering process.
Oh yeah, because we were in Grand Cayman. They don't allow cruise ships to come up to the island because they want to preserve like all the reefs and everything around the area. So you have to basically park the boat way out, and then you have to be tendered back and forth on a smaller boat. So it took about 30 minutes to get to and from the cruise ship to the island today. So that took a little bit longer than normal.
I think we rode the Caribbean Breeze both times.
Is that what we were on?
Back and forth.
I didn't know what it's called.
There was a bunch of different other boats. One was like the Calypso or the Goddess or a bunch of other
stuff. Empress was one of them, I think. Yeah. So we got onto the port and like we're planning to go shopping first, but I felt so terrible. I had this thing that was like ship vertigo. I don't know if that's a real thing, but like I got off the boat and I felt like I was still on it. Like the entire island felt like it was doing this, even though I knew it was dry land. So like my brain was messing with me and I just felt like constantly really terrible. So basically just kind of like hung out until our diving expedition. I think Nathan told you our diving expedition was amazing and Alex was awesome. I had some problems with my ears because I could not get. What are you looking at?
It's just the water in this is crooked. It's tilted. You can tell that we're moving because
we're moving a lot. Actually,
you can actually see the water moving too. So we're moving a whole bunch. See, the top is moving.
Anyway, so I had problems with my ears. They were not popping like they were supposed to, and so I was having a lot of pain, and that took a little while. And then my goggles started to actually leak water into them, so we had to figure out how to get new goggles, and I had to learn how to get the water out, which I had a hard time doing because I can't breathe right now with my congestion. So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to like breathe out of your nose and like blow really hard, and that's supposed to push your mask away from your face and get all the water out. But
you have to hold the top.
But because I have congestion in my nose, I don't have very much like power out of it, so I was having a really hard time getting the air out and then the water out. And then that kind of freaked me out because then we got deeper. It was like, now if I get stuff in my mask, I'm gonna just basically be blind because it's gonna like get all into my eyes, which burned, and then I won't be able to see anything and try to get up to the top of the water. So it took me getting to the point where I didn't feel like my mask was gonna leak to get comfortable, and then from there it was awesome.
Cross my fingers, hope the footage came out really well. I hope.
Me too. It was incredible. I loved the shipwreck. And then like after we came around the shipwreck, she took us out to this reef, and we're just going along, and all of a sudden like you hit this drop off, and it just drops straight off, and then like right in front of you is literally a wall size of just coral, and it was awesome. Like, it was so big. It was probably like 8 feet tall of coral, just like all on a wall. It was really awesome.
And there was some all along the bottom and whatnot.
Yeah.
I don't know. I probably saw at least 50 different kinds of fish.
A lot. There was a lot of dory type fish.
Yeah, we saw the dory looking type fishes.
There were some really weird like red and white striped fish with like black eyes. They were kind of creepy.
Yeah.
They looked like they were staring at you. I saw a starfish. Did you see the starfish? He was like clinging to the side of the shipwreck. And then we saw those really big, I don't remember what they're called. She told us the name, and I've heard it before.
Yeah.
They were really, really big. And there was about 5 of those.
They were Andrea sized.
They were me sized. And we even made it all the way to the bottom of the ocean. So you've touched the bottom of the ocean now.
I have before.
On the sand. You did before?
Well, yeah. I mean, I've been to the beach, so yeah.
Well, I meant like deep edge of the water.
Out. Yeah, we went probably around 40 feet, I think.
Yeah, it was fun. It was awesome. And then we went shopping. We found an ornament, which I think Nathan already showed you.
Yeah, I did a video about it.
Then some other stuff that we didn't mean to buy because we can't help ourselves. We bought it anyway.
That's a good deal.
So we do. Came back.
Had to surrender our alcohol.
I had to surrender our alcohol. We'll get it back when we get off the ship. We have so much alcohol, we still haven't drank any of it.
It's day 4?
It's day 4 of our 7-day cruise. We haven't broken into it at all.
We haven't had any beer. We haven't had any wine.
We really need to because we're going to have to carry a lot of stuff back on shore and we're going to hate ourselves for that.
Yeah, it's
going to be so heavy. That had ear problems.
Yeah,
that really frustrated me, but eventually I think it's pretty much gone away now. What did we do? Did we go to something before dinner? We did. What was that?
We went to...
Oh, we ate. We were really hungry. We went and we ate on the pool deck. I had a hot dog and fries. Nathan had a cheeseburger and fries.
I had to tell you to stop eating your fries so you would be hungry for dinner.
Eating too many fries. I just could have sworn we did something else.
Let's see.
Like I said, it's been a really long day.
Right.
Very long, very stressful. Did we not do anything else?
No, this isn't today.
Oh, we went to the Crown and Fin pub.
Yeah.
And they have games and stuff there. We just grabbed some cards and we played some card games. And then kind of felt pressured to buy drinks. So Nathan got a Kronenberg on tap and I just got a club soda. And they brought us some free pretzels, but like we didn't really want to eat them because
we're so close to dinner.
We literally just ate a snack and then it was like dinner was right after that. And then we went to dinner and dinner was really good. Triton's is awesome.
I like the oysters. They're probably my favorite.
But like I was not hungry at all.
Yeah.
When I walked in there and I had like there was like a 4-course meal after that. They ate after I wasn't hungry. So I just feel like really full and tired right now, to be honest with you. And then after dinner we went to our host, by the way, our waiter at all of these restaurants is the same guy. His name is Oscar. He was talking to us about how he wants to go diving. He's going to get some of his friends together to go diving. So he was really interested in our experience today. And then after dinner we went to the adults after hours activities, which we found out is where the party is. That's some of the best stuff on the ship, honestly. We did a little game show called Snippets, which was where they like played little sound clips and then you had to say what it was. They had people playing up front and then they divided the room into 2 halves, 2 different teams. And then if the people playing up front didn't know what the snippet was, they had to go find somebody in their side of the audience that knew what it was.
And have their hand up,
and then answer it. And that was really fun. I like their little games that they play.
Me too.
And then they had Max Winfrey come out and he did like a little adults only show.
About 30 minutes
Like
worth.
A comedy show. He's really funny. I like him a lot.
Yeah.
And we watched his full show the other day. So watched that and now I think we're just going to go to sleep. I mean, I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm going to sleep in tomorrow. Nathan's saying he's probably going to wake up early and go out alone. But that's fine with me. You go do whatever you want.
I'm probably going to read a book by the pool deck or something.
I'm just going to sleep and sleep and sleep so that I don't feel like crud tomorrow. And tomorrow is Jamaica. We don't have anything planned really. We're just going to go out to the port, kind of look around, be like, hey, we're here in Jamaica. Buy some coffee and get an ornament like we always do. And then we're going to come back and have our massage. So excited for the massage.
We got our tickets too for that.
Yeah, we go.
And like a questionnaire that we have to fill out. Like, do you have any muscle pain, joint pain, stuff like that, fluid retention, excess weight, dark circles under your eyes, sun damage.
Yes.
We both are sunburned right now, so yeah.
Check. Fix me.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy that we're over halfway done with the cruise. What do you think so far? Thoughts?
Cayman has been my most favorite day out of everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Except for the fact that I feel sick.
Yeah.
But I don't know, day 2 was pretty good too. How do you feel about cruising overall? Like, fan, not a fan, undecided?
I think you're either really going to be a fan or it's really not going to make or break like your whole opinion on the thing. It's either going to be, yeah, you really love it, or take it or leave it. I mean, I don't think anybody hates a cruise or doesn't like a cruise. I don't think anybody would have a bad time on a cruise.
There probably is. I'm not sure about a Disney cruise. Disney cruise is pretty like top notch, but
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But
I'm kind of a take it or leave it so far. Like, there are some parts where I'm like, man, I just really like being on this ship. I really just want to be here, get back on. Like, I'm so excited. And then there are other times where I'm like, like I could just be chilling.
Doing something else.
It's alright. Like, I'm grateful to be here. Don't get me wrong. Because so many people cannot be here. And I've wanted to be here for a long time. But...
Are you glad you tried it?
Yes, of course. I'm absolutely glad that I tried it. I'm glad that we're here. Right now. But I'd say for the future, cruising, probably not like the top of my to-do list.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, I'm gonna absolutely have to go back on a Disney cruise. Like, maybe in the future, in like 5 years or so, I'll be like, you know what?
I could do a cruise.
We haven't done a cruise for a while. That was pretty fun. We should go on another one.
Yeah.
And I would do that, especially when they come up with the new ships. But I would say, like, it's not something I'm gonna go do every single year. Worth it.
Love it.
Fun.
But
there are other things to see and do that don't make the cruise my top priority.
Right. Like, we definitely want to go to Japan. We want to do Europe. A bunch of other stuff.
Like, I want to go Europe again way more than do another cruise. I want to go to Japan way more than do another cruise. I even want to go back to Disney World more than I want to do another cruise. Yeah. But I wouldn't be opposed to doing another cruise in the future.
Yeah. Especially, I think, maybe if it was a smaller one, like a 3 or 4 day kind of a cruise, and then tack it on with a Disney vacation. Like, I wouldn't be opposed to that.
I think like a 4 or 5 day, because I think 3 days is too short, because you don't really get excited until day 2, and then day 3 is like, oh, it's sad, it's over. So you get like one really good day.
So like a 5-day cruise tacked on to like a 5-day Disney trip to Disney World. Maybe go out of Port Canaveral, something like that.
Yeah. Because today is day 4.
Yeah.
So if we had done a 4-day cruise, we would be docking tomorrow morning, and that would be alright.
Yeah.
And I could also do another day after that. But I feel like 7 days is kind of like, okay.
Yeah.
You know, like, but we've done, I think in one trip we've done almost everything that we wanted to do. So
probably.
Especially on this ship because it's so small. But yeah.
They had the Wreck-It Ralph premiere tonight inside the big theater, but we didn't go because
it's not premiere, it's already on. But
I know, but it's the premiere for the ship. It's the first time they're showing it on the ship since it's been released. So they had that in the big theater, and we did not go to that either showing.
We didn't go for a reason. Well, the reason we didn't go was because, first of all, it's the big show for tonight. Instead of doing like a normal theater show, they're just showing Wreck-It Ralph, or Ralph Breaks the Internet. So everybody and their dog is going to that, because usually they all go to the show before they go to dinner, or after dinner, depending on your seating. So didn't really want to be in a crowd full of people, especially since there's so many kids on the ship. Like,
tonight,
I'd just rather be with like an older crowd
after diving, and yeah.
And then the second reason is because that theater, they made it so they could fit as many people in as possible. So if somebody sits in front of you, it'll block your view. But the other smaller theater that they show it in later is staggered more so that you can see over anybody.
There's no bad seat in the Buena Vista Theater.
Yeah, in the smaller one.
No.
So we're going to watch it in that one and watch it at a time when there will be less people watching it because they'll have already seen it. So we'll do that later in the cruise before we leave. It's a definite to do.
All right.
I also wanted to talk about the restaurants real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Because I have varying opinions on the restaurants. Because I think we're the only people in the world, at least, or maybe I'm the only person in the world who like prefers Triton's over Animator's Palette and Tiana's Place. Because I know Animator's Palette and Tiana's Place are like really themed. Like they're very Disney. And I love the very Disney look. But the food at Triton's is just like so
far and above.
Much better. Like the other ones aren't bad. They're really good too.
No, they're very good.
But Triton's just has like the most amazing food. It's like every time we go in there, I'm just like excited.
Blown away by like the quality.
It's the best. Yeah. So even though the atmosphere is like a little bit lacking, the food makes up for it 10 times over again. I would say Tiana's Place has one of the best atmospheres in general. Like it's just really, really nice to sit in there.
I really enjoyed that show.
Yeah, you like the show?
Yeah, a lot.
Good. We were talking about how it looks more like Disney World. Like you could be in there and feel like you're in Disney World or like at a park.
And we think it's because it was designed later. Mm-hmm. And it was kind of like upgraded, added on, changed from something else.
Yeah.
And the newer team came in and redid all of the interior.
So it looks more like the more recent stuff at Disney World. So I think in terms of atmosphere, they've got like the top spot. But in food, to me, they have the bottom spot.
Tiana's Place also has the best wait staff, which is interesting because you have the same wait staff every night. But Tiana's Place, there was a vibrance and energy to the wait staff that it seemed like they really enjoyed everything about like handling food and moving stuff around. And like I actually heard several people who were waiting tables just like singing on their way back and forth with the entertainment.
Yeah, we noted that too. Like they just seem happier there. I think the remodel somewhere behind the scenes or something is easier for them. It's less stressful because you can tell they're like
happier.
They're like, oh, they're so happy to be here. They're more animated. Like,
yeah,
they just seem happy. They have smiles on their faces more. They're like genuine.
Yeah, it's genuine. So, it's not like a
Disney smile. It's
Disney
like a real smile.
Yeah.
So yeah, they really like working there. So like the atmosphere and the vibe in there is really nice. But I think the food is the least interesting to me.
Really? Because I thought the food was pretty good. I'd put it on par with Animator's Palette.
See, to me it's like Triton's, worst atmosphere, best food. Tiana's Palace, best atmosphere, worst food. And then Animator's Palette is literally like smack dab in the middle. Like it's the second most in terms of it's the second most in terms of atmosphere, and it's also second most in terms of food, so it's like a 50%, like right on the nose.
You have to qualify that with all of the food here. It's just been great.
It's true, yeah.
I mean, you're comparing like a 99 on a test with a 96 and a 95 and a 94. You know, like you're talking about A quality food here.
Yeah, it's
technically
true.
A 94 is worse than a 99. But they're still both A grades.
Yeah. Because to me, like, Triton's, if Triton's was 100, Tiana's would be like 90, and the Animator's Palette would be a 95, but they're all 8s. Yeah. Like, you're not gonna have a bad meal on the ship. Everything that I've had has been good. It's been amazing. So, just wanted to talk about the food. I think that's it. I'm very tired and kind of sick, and I just want to go to sleep now.
Night.
Good night. It was a wonderful day. And I have to say, I don't think this is the last time we will ever see Grand Cayman. I think when we sailed away today, we were like, we'll be back. I think we'll go back as like a regular vacation sometime, because
Someday.
we didn't get to go see 7 Mile Beach. We've never actually like stayed on an island and gone and just done it. And it was amazing, and we want to go diving again, so I don't doubt that we'll be back. It's not the last you've seen of us.
This
Grand
is very,
Cayman.
very nice in comparison to Cozumel in terms of just the quality of people, I guess, around the port area. Just the streets were quite a bit cleaner.
Yeah. Everything
we
was cleaner and better
stopped
put
at
together.
A coffee shop, and I had like a smoothie. They have like their own currency, which is fascinating. It was like...
You don't have to whisper.
I'm not whispering.
Okay, I just feel like they can't hear you.
They can hear me. Yeah. Also, it's late at night, so I'm trying not to disturb people in the cabin next to us.
I know, but if they can't hear you, then what's the point of filming?
It's 11:38 at night.
So,
This has a great audio camera. It's fun.
they can't hear us.
Nah.
Can you hear us? See? You should. Alright. Anything else?
No.
Last
not tonight.
words. It's like 20 minutes.
See you
I
tomorrow.
have to edit that. Okay, good night. This is where they have the hanging for pirates.
Really?
No.
Oh, you're full of it.
No, I don't know what that is.
You're just making stuff
It
up.
does look like it though, because this is like a platform right in the middle of the square. Da, da, da. You don't want to be caught there.